School Wolves and the West Valley Wolfpack out of Fairbanks, as they have split in their first two games, Bob.
Yes, they have, and it's been exciting too. Of course, the double overtime win up at the service tip-off tournament to begin the season for the Sitka Wolves. And they Wolves lost to the Wolfpack, and then last night it was kind of a nail-biter. Had moments, you know, especially late in the game when the subs came in. Was the West Valley Wolfpack going to make a late run? Well, they tried their best, but Sitka prevailed in the 7-point win, 61-54 over the West Valley Wolfpack. So as you say, this is the rubber game of the meeting so far, and West Valley is a little more rested. Of course, they had a long day yesterday. They had to depart Fairbanks about 5:50 yesterday morning and then fly to Anchorage, change planes, and then got on flight 62 down, arriving about 10:50 yesterday morning. So really kind of disrupted their sleep pattern, and of course with traveling and all, they were a little bit out of sync last night, but I'm sure they'll put a better team on the floor tonight.
Well, I think they look a little bit sharper, as you say. They're well rested. They had a good game last night. They actually outscored the Wolves in that final quarter, but they were down 45-33 going into the final quarter, and they put 19 on the board, and Sitka put on 16, but Sitka came out on top 61-54. So I look to see the Wolves try to probably play the same game they did if they can just keep that pressure defense up and not back off. Last night they backed off a couple times in the ball game. In that third quarter they backed off quite a bit, and then in that fourth quarter they kind of slacked up, but they managed to hold on to their lead. So I'm hoping Coach Bisson said, hey fellas, we got to keep the intensity way up.
Well, that's a key. They have to come out right from the jump ball and put pressure on West Valley. They did a good job denying them the pass inside in the paint for some relatively easy shots. And West Valley really had to work for their shots last night. Taking a look at the shooting, it was pretty close. Both teams put up 51 shots from the field. Sitka sank 22 of them and West Valley 19 of them. And the free throw shooting was fairly close too. Sitka for the game was 13 out of 19 and West Valley 14 out of 20. So equal opportunities from the field, and I think defense was the facet of the game that made the difference last night. So Sitka will have to come out and put immediate pressure on, and let's see how West Valley counters that. Of course, Ryan Lane, what kind of a night is he going to have? In the two previous meetings, he's hit for well over 30 points the first game and then 30 points last night. So he is a red-hot shooter against this West Valley Wolfpack, and Coach McCormick is going to make some adjustments, try to put double-team pressure on Ryan Lane or something to try to shut him down, because you know, without Lane, I don't know, Sitka doesn't have a big-time shooter, big-time scorer, so see what kind of strategy McCormick does in making some adjustments to try to control Ryan Lane's outside shooting.
Well, I mean, Sitka, on the other hand, they're going to have to look after the two big guys for West Valley. That is Andreas and Broker. Broker's only a freshman, but he had 4 fouls early in the ball game, and he did not foul out by the end of the game. And Andreas is a senior, and he was still around at the end of the ball game also. Neither one of them big scoring threats, as Andreas had 9 and Broker had a total of 4. The high man last night was a sophomore, number 12, Jesse Witt. He put in for 14 for West Valley. So I look for a couple of the West Valley guys to maybe pick up the offense a bit, as in Toa Dunn and probably Josh Harrod. He might put in a few more. And I would look for Nick McCormick to get a little more lively in the offense also.
I think their silent threat is Toa Dunn. He went inside, had some good moves, and they'll have to count on him to get a good game. Toa Dunn is a good ball player and a good smart ball player. He had some good inside moves last night, so they'll have to rely on him. I was really surprised that they didn't even try to go in to Gabe Andreas. You know, of course, he got into foul trouble, and they had to go to Ryan Broker, another tall player, about 6'8". But I think they could have tried to go inside. I don't think Sitka's pressure was that tough that they couldn't deny at least an attempt to go in to the big guys down underneath. So I don't know. We'll just see what kind of things happen here. The more guard play than I thought West Valley had. You know,
Oh yeah,
they relied more on their guards than going to the big guy for a good score last night. So is it going to be an inside game, an outside game, or what? We'll just have to wait and see.
All right, well, I tell you what, we've got about 3 minutes before the tip-off of this ball game, and Bob and I will be back with the starting lineups and a little more pregame chat right after we take this 2-minute try that ball down the floor and get it up in that hoop.
Well, I noticed a big change in Sitka while we were away on that break. A big change in Sitka tonight going into this game. Jeff Keita's got a different colored headband on.
Ooh, that could be
He
trouble.
wore that white one last night, and he was red hot. So he's got a blue one on tonight. So.
Ooh.
shall see what happens.
That's Cliff Robinson style, huh?
That's the obvious change I see in Sitka tonight.
Okay.
For the jump ball.
Sounds good to me. Of course, the folks here are being entertained by the Sitka High School pep band. And Mr. Howie doing a fine job with the kids over there. They always rock the house. And don't forget, this is just game one here on KIMW Sitka. We'll be back around 5 to 7 with the girls' action. And Bob Barger will be bringing all the play-by-play action for the ladies. They had a squeaker last night.
Oh, you couldn't get much closer than that. Oh, man. And Julie Riggs showed us how to shoot some free throws in a clutch situation. Sitka was down by 1, and Julie hit a couple of free throws, put them up by 1, and West Valley had an opportunity to win it just seconds ago, and his shot was off the mark, and Sitka held on for a 48-47 win. So we're holding our breath on an exciting game in that girls matchup tonight. Tip-off at approximately 7 o'clock.
Well, I tell you what, if it gets any more exciting than last night's, I don't know if you and I can handle it. We're getting kind of old. Boy, that was a thriller. And starting tonight for the West Valley Wolfpack is 52, Gabe Andreas, along with number 24, Nick McCormick. Both gentlemen are seniors. Brad Weawana, now that's a different, he didn't start last night.
A little change there.
Brad will be starting tonight, number 33. And we knew Toa Dunn was going to be starting. He's a sophomore, Bob.
Number 12, Jesse Wett.
And the fifth and final starter is number 10, number 12. He's a sophomore, Jesse Wett. Coached by Sam McCormick, assisted by Bruce Bell and Greg Dominique. Now for the 5-1 Sitka Wolves on their home floor. They really like playing here. 6'2" senior, number 32, Ryan Lane.
Sitka's so tough at home. They're a fun team to watch.
5'10", senior, number 21, Chris McGraw. 5'11", junior, number 33, Aaron Bisson. Mr. Hot Hand, 6'3", junior, number 40, Pat Brenna. And the fifth and final starter, 5'7", junior, number 10, Jared Eri. Sitka Wolves are coached by John Bisson, assisted by Rich Krupa and Randy Nutty. And the managers are Angelica Gutierrez and Margot Kennedy. And I don't know who the Wolf mascots are. Someday we'll know. Folks, we ask you to join us as the Sitka High School pep band will play our national anthem. As they say where I come from, play ball! Well, where's that? You ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
You bet.
As long as you're ready. Okay, you guys can play now.
I've been
Bob's
ready since the buzzer ended the game in the boys' game last night.
Since the alarm clock went off this morning. Okay, for West Valley Wolfpack, it's Jesse Wett, Toa Dunn, Nick McCormick, Brad Waiawana, and Gabe Andreas. For Sitka, Jared Heri, Chris McGraw, Ryan Lane, Aaron Bisson, and Pat Krenna. It'll be Krenna and Andreas jumping up at center court. Referees are ready. Sitka will be going to the right-hand side of your radio dial. West Valley to the left.
Now from the get-go, Sitka will have to go out with that intensity we were talking about and play a little under control offensively as well.
The Wolves control the tip, and we're underway. As Bisson works around to Heri, top of the key. As the Wolves now go on the offense. See a little bit more pressure put on here by McCormick than they did last night. Into Crenna. Crenna has double team. Finally has to get rid of it, and they're going to be calling for a walk. So right away, right off the get-go, we says West Valley picking it up on the defense.
Good tight man-to-man defense by West Valley caused that turnover on the double team. Crenna traveled with the ball.
As Witt brings it in for West Valley, looking to dump it off to somebody, gets it into Andreas. He's all alone. He knows what to do. It goes up for two.
That's what West Valley has to do, is go into the big guy, and Andreas powered it up for the hoop.
So West Valley breaks out on top. And we've got to carry on business. So right off the top, the Wolves with 2 turnovers.
Well, it's 2-2, but not on the scoreboard. It's 2 turnovers for Sitka, 2 points for West Valley.
So the Wolfpack showing a little bit different defense tonight than what they showed last night. As McCormick now brings it into the front court. Dumps it off to Waiwana. Inside to Dunn. And it went off the hands of Crenna, so it'll still be West Valley Wolfpack ball.
Well, West Valley working good as a team here early on. They got good ball, good movement away from the ball, breaking to the hoop.
And the Wolves steal that one away as Heroy comes out of there with it. Sitka will stop. Brings it out on top to Bisson. Over to McGraw. McGraw left-hand corner inside to Crenna. Crenna almost loses it. Has it bounced off his foot, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to go on Andreas. Just a little contact. Wasn't much.
That was a break for Crenna because he bounced the ball off his ankle. It could have been a turnover. However, contact was made. Very close play, and Andreas is questioning that. He's a speaking captain of the team, so he's saying, hey, okay, I'll take it. I'll accept the foul.
Way out on top to Heroy. Over to Crenna. Or to Lane, excuse me, for 3. Yep, going to pick right up where he left off, I guess.
That's right. Good start for Sitka. Big tray there by Ryan Lane.
As Ryan bears it from about 21 feet out. Tipped away, picked up by Toa Dunn. Now it's picked up by Heroy. Somebody's going to have to grab onto that basketball. Over to Crenna. Crenna to Bisson. Now back come the Sitka Wolves with a 1-point lead. Bisson loses the dribble, picks it back up as McCormick gets all over him.
He's doing a good job on defense.
Over to Heroy. Heroy looking for help and going to be called for a travel. Jarrett got to plant those feet, buddy.
Well, that's where they have to get a little bit under control in the guard department to set up the offense and work it down to the big guys.
So now West Valley will go on the offense with Nick McCormick doing the ball handling duties. 6:20 left to go, first quarter here at Sitka High. We're just hanging out. Come on up to the gym. McCormick into Waiwana. He can hit that 3. Over to Witt from the top of the key. Witt, long 2-pointer. Had 1 foot on the line, so it's 4-3 in favor of West Valley. Now they're putting on some backcourt pressure. Over to Bisson. Bisson gets it across the timeline in the front court. Aaron brings it back out to Heroy. Over to Crenna. Crenna from the top of the key, no good. Rebound pulled down by Nick McCormick for West Valley. Back comes the Wolfpack. And McCormick turns on the afterburners, dumps it inside. Stolen away by Crenna. Outlet pass to Bisson. Bisson's got Waiwana in front of him. And Bisson loses the ball, picked up by McGraw. McGraw goes up for the shot, blows the layup, but does pick up a foul.
Well, Bisson and Waiwana were scrambling for the ball. Both were stumbling down there, almost falling down to the point. Chris McGraw was the trailer guy. Came up a little short after receiving that ball. And one of the officials, Lyle Sparrowgrove, checking the pressure in basketball, saying, hey, this feels a little flat. And they're going to keep with it.
Must not be that flat. As Coach McCormick questioning the call here. And there was a foul. It was on Waiwana. His first, second team foul on West Valley. So Chris McGraw at the free throw line. Chris had 1 point last night. He still has 1 point last night. And did not make that free throw. See if he can make the second one. Tied his game back up. Eyes the hoop. Shot on the way.
That's a violation. Slipped right off the fingertips.
Well,
that's the old Harlem Globetrotter play.
Yeah, I was going to say, gee, is there a rubber band on that ball? Thought Metal Lark Lemon was in the gym. So the Wolfpack will take back over. 5:35 left to go first quarter. They're up by 1, 4-3 over the hometown Sitka Wolves. Witt. And we've got a pushing foul, and that's going to be on Toa Dunn.
Toa out of position, made the contact there offensively. And that'll be a turnover on West Valley. 4 turnovers on the Wolfpack and 3 on Sitka. Less than midway through the first quarter.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of time has been run off this clock yet. Into Krenna. Krenna to Lane. Dunn all over Lane. Ryan loses the dribble. Thought he was pushed, but no, nothing happening there. Just going to have to go down and play some basketball.
Well, Coach McCormick wanted a quick guy stuck on Ryan Lane, so he's calling on Tua Dunn to do a good job, and he's right there in his pocket, playing pressure defense on Lane.
And we're going to have a foul here on Hirai as Dunn was set, and he took a shot in the chest, but he also picked up the foul, did Jared Hirai. So first team foul here on the Sitka Wolves.
Well, I'll tell you, if Ryan Lane's going to repeat his performance last night, he has his work cut out for him.
Indeed he does. Dunn kicks it off to McCormick. McCormick takes a three. It's in. Well, we didn't see Big Nick do that last night.
No, he squared up, took a good shot, hit nothing but net on that.
I might be stealing one of your pencils in a minute.
All right, here you go.
These things are cheap. Okay. Well, we've got a foul on the drive down here.
Quickness there by Jared Hirai led to that foul on McCormick. McCormick
first.
just couldn't move his feet fast enough on defense and was called for contact.
Team foul number 4. Inside to Krenna, and he is hit. This might be foul number 2 on Andreas.
No, on Tua Dunn.
Oh, his second then.
Came over on the double team and made the contact. The baseline official Bill Steinbaugh saw it. So a couple of quick calls on Dunn.
Okay, Andres just looked guilty. McGraw will inbound. It's in the corner of Lane. Lane guarded by Andres. Out to Hirai. Over to Bisson. Bisson guarded by Waiwana. Aaron takes it inside, loses the dribble, picked up by Waiwana. He's got Pat Krenna in front of him. Tries behind the back dribble. Ooh, there was a definite travel there, no call. And Bisson takes the rebound on a loose ball. He's going to take it to the hoop. And there's going to be a foul called on McCormick. Bisson in the air off the glass. Shot would not drop down. And Coach McCormick not real happy with that call either. Just a little bit of contact, folks.
Well, he got a hand on the ball, but the body and the contact there was made with the body on the momentum.
What, they call him basket interference?
Well, the officials are going to confer now.
I thought he called a foul.
We'll see what results out of this conference. The three officials are meeting. Okay, a technical foul. There was contact made on the backboard. Contact with one of the West Valley players' hands slapping the backboard, so a technical foul will be assessed after the officials conferred of what they saw. And now Coach McCormick is questioning Bill Steinbaugh on it. Now, that's what I thought too. Did he trap the ball on the backboard, or did his hand? See, your hand can't touch the backboard.
Yeah.
That would be a technical foul. And what one official saw was unfortunately for West Valley, of what I saw on it, is the hand got the ball but followed through and hit the backboard. And there was also a foul on the play that the body of the West Valley player hit the Sitka player too, all in one motion. But what the official saw was the hand making contact with the backboard, therefore warranting a technical foul. Maybe. Now let's see, the officials are coming over. Ryan Lane is out at the free throw line, so it's just a matter of they're going to get the coaches together.
Okay, a little more hubbub here.
They're saying the hand hit the backboard first and then hit the ball.
Okay. They're going to make up their mind sooner or later which basketball they're going to use for this game.
So apparently a technical foul will stand. We have 4:24 to go, first quarter. West Valley leading Sitka by 4, 7-3.
Okay, I think we might have this all straightened out now. I think we do. Okay, no technical foul.
No technical foul, all right.
That's what I was figuring there when they called a red ball. And no foul.
No foul, so it'll be West Valley basketball. So West Valley came out of that one all right.
Boy, I guess. smelling like a chrysanthemum.
They got the ball in the lead.
As McCormick now brings across the timeline. Dumps it in the corner to Witt. Witt goes up with a shot. No good. Right back into his hands. Picked up by Hirai. And Hirai has it stripped away by Andreas. Andreas traveled with it. Goes up with a shot. Now Andreas is going to be called for a charge instead.
Oh, something like that, I'd rather take a traveling call than an offensive foul.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, back on that play there with the backboard and stuff like that, the final ruling was the block was made before the hand hit the backboard, therefore no technical foul.
So Broker comes into the ball game now. And Bisson has his pocket pick, but the foul is going to be on McCormick. This will be number 2 on him.
I don't know. That was a very good steal, I feel, by McCormick. He was right there along the left side, and when Hirai did the crossover dribble, he was right there to take it away from him. And a foul was called on McCormick.
Halfway through this first quarter, Bob, they're in the bonus, and we've only got 10 points on the board. Well, we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll do the same. It's West Valley 7, Sitka 3, back in 1 minute. All right, back here at Sitka High, Johnny along with Bob Barger checking the ball game as Brandon Wag for the West Valley Wolfpack. McCormick will come out. At the free throw line is Jared Hirai. Free throws up and in. So it's a 7-4 ball game. And that first quarter ended last night. It was 11-10 in favor of West Valley. We're halfway through the first quarter here. It's taking us 20 minutes to get there, Bob.
This has been a long, even without the break there on the question call that the officials got together, it's been a long first quarter of play.
Ball stolen away. Crenna loses it. Broker's going after it. The ball's on the floor. And finally we get a jump ball called. Everybody's looking for a travel, looking for a foul. Let's see who gets the ball. Should be West Valley ball. No, Sitka ball.
Nobody had possession of it until the West Valley player had it, and Sitka reached in to tie him up.
3:42 left to go. 7-4 your score. Sitka trying to inbound the ball, get it into Jared Hirai. Now let's see if the Wolves can get something happening on the offensive end. Hirai quickly up the floor over to Crenna. To Lane. Top to Keita Bisson. And Crenna gets elbowed and down on the floor. That foul will be on Broker. And Broker looks up and says, "What'd I do? What'd I do?" And he definitely put an elbow right in his chest. Pat went on the floor.
Elbow and arm extension, and Pat went crashing down to the floor. So Pat will be at the line. Sitka in the bonus already, and there's 3:31 to go. In fact, they were there 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
They might get a double bonus by the time this first quarter's over.
Well, Sitka's got to learn to make their free throws.
That they do. Waiwana now off the floor for the Wolfpack. Stolen away by Hirai. Jared Hirai takes it coast to coast off the glass, no good. I think Hirai, he was 3-on-1. He should have waited for somebody to catch up with him.
Indeed.
Waiwana inside the Broker. Broker spins in the lane, shot up no good. Right there to pick the rebound up is Brandon Wag, and he gets 2. And it's 9-4 West Valley. Crenna into the front court, looking for help. Has to take the ball somewhere, gets it off to Bisson. Bisson goes around 2 defenders, shot up, won't go. Traveling. Okay. Yeah, you can see the crowd kind of agreed with me.
Well, Sitka has more turnovers than they have points at this stage. That was their 7th turnover in the game. They have just 4 points on the board, so they're struggling right at the moment. The engine is sputtering, so to speak.
Jeff Keita checks in for the Wolfpack as McGraw comes out. See if that blue headband does any good. Get it into Wag. Wag now across that timeline in the front court. Dumps it off to Bates. Bates, 15-footer. Rolls around and down. And Ben Bates gets his first 2 points, and it's 11-4 West Valley.
West Valley 5 of 8 from the field, so they're looking good here early on.
Over to Hirai. Hirai out on top, Bisson. Over to Keita. Jeff Keita goes inside, has it swatted out there by a Broker. An excellent block by Broker. He just got up and says, "Get that out of here." Witt now looking for help. Brings it over to Wag. Wag takes it inside, has his pocket picked by Jeff Kita. Jeff can't save it. Got close, tried to zip it behind his back to Bisson. It was intercepted by Waiwana anyway. Jones will come in for the Sitka Wolves, and Bisson comes out.
Well, Coach John Bisson looking for the right combination to get the momentum built up out there. He's shuffling in some players, looking for some players to step up and play some defense, and somebody that can start hitting on the offense.
Waiwana nails the 2. And it's all of a sudden 13-4 West Valley. Sitka definitely not looking like the team they were last night. They got to pick it up, put that ball in the hoop.
Well, West Valley has turned it up a couple of notches defensively, and that's made the big difference in the game. They got Sitka out of sync here in the first quarter.
Out to Jones. Jones inside to Krenna. Krenna looking to go up and over, and he does. Nice move by Pat Krenna when he was triple teamed down. He still got it up and down.
Yes, indeed. He was patient on that, waited for the defenders to come down, then he pulled a little fadeaway.
Jeff Kita just caused a turnover down here on the other end as Waiwana took the inbounds pass, and Kita right in front of him, he swatted it out of bounds. Off Waiwana.
6th turnover this quarter for West Valley, so a turnover-filled first quarter for both teams.
Mike Vieira comes in along with Brian Benton for Sitka. Benton turns around, throws up a long shot, no good. And the ball last touch by Broke. It'll still be Sitka ball. Benton just a little bit out of position. He put up a soft touching shot, but a little low.
That's smart. The big guy goes into him, put it up in a hurry.
Now Vieira will direct traffic for the Sitka Wolves. Over to Kita. Kita to Jones. To Vieira. To Kita. Jeff double teams, gets it off to Vieira. Top of Kita Jones. Jones looking to get into the lane, nothing shaking there. Over to Kita. Jeff Kita goes inside, a pick, shot up, no good. Benton with a rebound, goes out for that shot, no good. A couple of swats at it by Broker, and he comes out of there without the foul. Now Pletnikov for West Valley, dumps it off to Herod. Herod to Wag. Back to Herod, 16-footer by Herod, nothing but net.
Oh, I tell you, West Valley is red hot, 7 of 10 from the field. They're smoking Sitka here with a half minute to go in the first quarter.
15-6 your score, 28 seconds left to go. Vieira takes it outside to Kita. Kita inside to Benton. Benton goes up with a shot, and it goes. Wasn't sure about that one. Didn't look all that safe with 15 seconds on the clock. It's 15-8. Yeah, West Valley can bring it down and get off one more shot here. Pletnikov into the backcourt. Oh, as the steal was made once again by Kita. 3 seconds on the clock. Just gonna have to stop and pop. Shot will not fall. That's the end of the first quarter with your score. West Valley 15, Sitka 8, back in 1 minute. All right, back to live action here on KIFW Sitka, starting this second quarter. Wolfpack with a 7-point lead.
Well, Sitka shot 25% from the field, a red hot 70% from the field for West Valley in that first quarter.
I tell you, they're smoking. Herod now on the point guard. Looks it over to Pletnikov, inside to Dunn. Goes off of Dunn's foot. But no, going to be a foul called on Kita. Jeff Kita called for the personal.
Well, Sitka down by 7. They don't want to start committing some dumb fouls. They want to keep it smart. They're a bucket away from getting ignited here. They're playing some pretty good defense.
That's Pletnikov now on the point guard duties. Works the ball around top of the key. Left side of McCormick. Inside to Andreas. Andreas trying to do a spin move on Krenna. And he does. Spins it right in the hoop.
Good fake outside. Pivoted, turned inside. Off the glass and in. Good move by Andreas.
Krenna looking for some help. Somebody help him out. Okay, Bisson does. Over to VR. Now the Wolves call out a play. Sitka's got to get a bucket here, down 17-8. They can ill afford to get too far behind, even if they are on their home floor. In the corner to Kita, inside to Krenna. Tapped away by Andreas. Herod loses it out of bounds. Off White, though. It'll be West Valley ball. No, now they say it's White. No, I thought so. I said, wait a minute.
Turnovers are just killing Sitka. That was their 10th turnover. They've got to learn to hang on to that ball at the offensive end.
10 turnovers, that's more than Sarah Lee sells in a day here in Sitka. Gee. Dunn now with the basketball. Works around 2 Sitka guards. Kicks it outside. Pletnikoff for 3. Oh, good thing that didn't go. Could have been big trouble for the Wolves. That would have made it 20-7, 20-8. Chris McGraw goes inside, up off the glass. Going to be called for a charge.
Well, credit West Valley's defense. They are hustling back. I saw how quick Sitka was last night, and they're playing a smart game defensively tonight.
Sitka not playing that quick tonight. These guys are going to have to pick it up before they get too far down that they can't come back.
Well, still plenty of time left.
Up ahead now to Herod. 15-foot shot. Rolls around. No good. Rebound Chris McGraw. McGraw stops. Dumps it off to Bisson. Back home the Wolves. Bisson over to Herai. Herai to Bisson. To Kita. Kita now looking for a little help on the left side. Dumps it off to Bisson. 10-foot shot, Aaron Bisson. Good. Aaron's got to get into the offense here just a little bit more. It's 17-10. Aaron's got a nice tough shot, just doesn't shoot it often enough.
Well, he got open that time to do it.
McCormick double teamed it right there at half court, trying to get the ball over to Herod, threw it way over his head, so it'll be a turnover on West Valley.
Well, a little double team in the back court, and West Valley rushed that pass. You don't want to do it. You want to come to the ball and help out, or else come to center court to pass. And McCormick lost possession of that basketball.
17-10 your score. Bisson's going to take it right to the hoop. Too hard. McGraw with a rebound off the glass. That's too hard. Rebound ends up in the hands of Bisson. Out to Lane. Lane loses it. Ran down by Herai. Jared Herai brings it back into the front court to Bisson. Back to Lane. Lane with Dunn right in his face. Now Bisson trying to set something up for the Wolves. Goes inside. Loses the ball. Still lost the ball. Now it's slapped away by Sitka. Picked up by Bisson. And there's going to be a holding foul on Pletnikoff. He reached out and grabbed Bisson by the foot and says, "Where you going, big guy?"
Now taking a look at the turnovers, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter yet. West Valley has 10, Sitka has 12.
Yeah.
So it's not a pretty game.
Not at all.
And a technical foul was assessed West Valley.
Good, I'll put that circle back where I had it. Free throw does not go. Rolls around and out. So Bisson will shoot a second. This shot's up, and it's no good. In and out. So, Sitka really struggling from the line tonight. What they got?
They are 1 of 6.
That's struggling. By golly. So the Wolves will take control of the basketball. Let's see if they can put something in the basket here. Herai to Krenna to Lane. Lane hacked in the backcourt. Picked up by Dunn. This is broken up by Bisson. Bisson can't catch up with the ball though. Heads up right into the stands, knocking music stands here, music stands there. That was pretty good. Didn't get hit by one of them, by golly. 5:09 to go, 17-10 to West Valley. They have possession of the basketball. Herod dumps it outside Pletnikoff. He's going to take a 3. This one's in and out again. Same way the last one went for him. Now let's see if the Wolves can capitalize. Herai out to Bisson. Bisson to McGraw. We're going to have a reach and in foul. Foul was called on.
He gave the indication so quick.
Yeah. Didn't he put up numbers? Number 10. Okay. There wasn't a 0 on that team. That's the last thing I saw. So Sitka in the double bonus here on out in this first half. And Aaron sinks this free throw. It's 17-11. And it's still 17-11. It'll be white basketball. 4:51 left to play here in this first half of action. Don't forget we got girls action right after this. Bisson out to Lane. To Bisson. To Herai. To McGraw. To Lane. Anytime Lane gets that basketball, they're right on top of him.
You bet. They've made some nice adjustments tonight.
McGraw kicks it back out. Bisson to Krenna. Grenna's gonna have to do something with it. Puts up a really soft shot, way soft and way short. Rebound pulled down by McCormick for West Valley. 17-11 your score outside to Paletnikov. He's tried a couple of threes, has been unsuccessful so far. To Herod, Herod to Dunn. Dunn doing a little head fake, up and over Crenna. And foul, I believe, is going to be called on Ryan Lane. He looks like the guilty guy.
Good quick pass into Dunn, went up with that quick shot, and Lane out of position, so he just kind of reached over to try to swat that ball away on the shot, and clearly a foul.
Fourth team foul on Sitka. And Dunn at the free throw line. He had a total of 9 points last night. He doesn't have any yet tonight because he missed that free throw badly. Eyes the hoop. Second shot on the way. And this one goes. 18-11. As Bisson quickly up the floor for Sitka. Over to Herai. To Lane. Ryan Lane guarded by Dunn. Dunn doing a great job on Lane. Ryan has taken one shot and one shot only. And Herai loses the dribble.
That's the 14th turnover now by Sitka. I don't want to keep harping about the turnovers, but looking at their movement away from the ball, they're just not in sync, just not in that smooth flow of the game offensively, like they were last night.
And Lane gets tripped up, no whistle. So West Valley takes over. McCormick now will bring it into the front court. McCormick dumps it inside to Dunn. Nice head fake by Dunn into Andreas. He blows an easy layup, gets his own rebound, goes back up with it. That won't go either. Up ahead to Herai. Herai gonna have to catch up with that one first. To Crenna. Crenna looking to get a head fake on Andreas. Picked up by Herai. Jared Herai with a long two, way short. Boy, they just do not have the range tonight whatsoever. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to pick up the balance here for the Wolves. Crenna up ahead to Bisson. Bisson to McGraw off the glass, no good. Oh boy, that was about a 4-foot shot. You could have made that one with a Frisbee on your hand. So the Wolves really struggling here. Wolfpack controlling this basketball game so far. Out to McCormick for three. Yes, that is his second try. He's got 6 points. Now it's 21-11.
Well, I think Sitka wouldn't be a bad idea to call a timeout and regroup. Well, Coach Bisson's going to bring in
a new group.
Whole unit. He's not pleased with the performance of the unit on the floor, so he's calling on Jones, Vieira, Kita, Benton come in. Lane stays on the floor, so let's see what happens now.
Witt back in, Wag back in, along with Waiwana and Broker for West Valley. So they counter with a whole new unit of their own, except for one. Jones now with the basketball with the Wolves, over to Vieira. Mike Vieira looking for help, off to Jones. Jones from the free throw line, it's short. Rebound ends up in the hands off the foot of Waiwana. It'll be white basketball. As, boy, right now, the last 2 minutes, nobody wants to put the ball in the basket.
I tell you, both teams have gone cold. West Valley 2 for 8 from the field. Sitka 1 for 7 this quarter.
That's some pretty shabby shooting percentages. To Jones. Jones, little head fake, tried to go up to it. Over Broker, no good. Kita with the pick the loose ball up, put it up and in.
Kita was at the right place at the right time. That could have easily been a Sitka turnover.
Now Witt looking for help. Gets it off to Waiwana. Waiwana inside to Dunn. Dunn, nice move, outside pass to Wag. Shot up. If it goes, you'll count it, but he is fouled. Foul on Mike Vieira, his first personal. 15 foul on the Wolves. 21-13 with 1:48 to go. Halftime last night, it was Sitka 25-19. A little bit different conversation in the locker room this halftime.
Well, defense has played the name of the game tonight, and West Valley is the team that's really given Sitka problems. And of course, Sitka kind of beating themselves here right now in the second quarter, forcing shots, and they're just out of sync.
As Wag at the free throw line, second shot up. This one goes. 22-13 as Bates comes in. Dunn comes out for the West Valley Wolfpack. Now Kita will inbound the ball. Gets it into Vieira. And Sitka really needs a bucket here. 1:40 left to go. Keto, turn shot in the lane, shot no good. Ryan Lane rebound. Brings it back outside to Keto, to Vieira, to Jones. Jones bounce past Keto, left baseline, into Benton. The big guy goes up with a shot and good.
That was a good pass from Keita into Benton, and the big guy with that quick shot. You don't want to put it on the floor or even bring it down shoulder high. Just keep it high and power it up.
22-15, 1:18 left to go here in this quarter. Nobody picks up Bates. And boy, I tell you what, the big guy, Ben Bates, he's also a good-sized young man, about 6'3". Looks like a football player to me.
Yeah, he probably does play football for the West Valley Wolfpack.
24-15. Over to Keita. Jeff Keita goes inside with a left-hand reverse shot. Oh, beautiful. Jeff Keita.
Good heads-up play by Keita. He saw open lane on the baseline, went underneath, powered it up with a reverse layup.
That one's broken up by Jones. Heads-up play by Jones, and it went off the leg of Broker. Broker says, what do you mean?
Well, that's what Sitka needs, is an outstanding performance like this one to ignite them. Jones comes out after making a great defensive play, and West Valley turns the ball over for the 12th time this half.
Both teams be selling some turnovers at halftime. Keita now will inbound to Bisson. 40 seconds on the clock, 24-17 your score. Aaron Bisson to Benton. Benton made a mistake of dribbling the basketball and almost got tied up, and luckily it went off the hands of Jesse Witter, would-be Wolfpack basketball.
Well, he received that off a bounce pass, and he just couldn't get a handle on it. Let's see if Sitka can score.
Keita has to get it off, gets it into the hands of Wag. Another turnover on the Wolves. Wag way out of control. He'll be called for a charge. He was out of control before he even took off.
That's right. And Vieira was the Sitka player that paid the punishment there.
Mike kind of been ever going, phew, holy cow.
And Wag is a big fella.
What's the name of that truck?
All these guys are pretty good size with the exception of Jesse Witt for West Valley.
So Vieira will bring it up to 4. 18 seconds on the clock. Sitka could really like to close this half with a bucket. Out to Lane. Ryan for 3. Yes! Oh, big basket by Ryan Lane. 24-25 seconds on the clock. Let's see if we can hold down the shot. Waiwana going to step inside for 3. At the buzzer. Count it. You bet. It went. They let him alone. Nobody picked him up at half court.
They're giving him 3? Yes, they're giving
Oh, yeah. That was a 3. Yeah. You betcha. He was way downtown. Well, folks, we're at halftime with the score. West Valley 27.
The Sitka Skippers are entertaining the crowd, who are really enjoying it. And the gymnasium is slowly filling up. I hope we have a good crowd on hand for the second half of this game, the girls' game, which looks like right now could very well be starting right at 7 o'clock. With the long first half we had and an extended halftime, they're going to give the players enough time to get out here and warmed up for the second half. So, well, I guess we can take a look at some percentages from the first half.
Okay, let's do that.
While we're waiting here. Well, West Valley red hot in that first half. 11 out of 21 from the field for 52%. And 2 of 4 from the line for 50%. Sitka struggling. They're 8 out of 23 for 35%. And they're also struggling at the free throw line. 2 out of 8 for 25%. Rebounding. Another battle is on. West Valley has out-rebounded Sitka 9-8. Turnovers, a lot of turnovers tonight. 13 for West Valley and 16 for Sitka in that first half.
All right, well, scoring looks like this for the Sitka Wolves. Jared Hurai with 1 point. Jeff Keita with 4. Ryan Lane with 6. Aaron Bissett with 3. Pat Crenna with 2. And Brian Benton with 4 for a total of 20 points. For the West Valley Wolfpack, just about everybody in the scorebook but a couple of guys. Josh Hurd with 2. Jesse Witt with 2. Total Dunn with 1. Nick McCormick with 6. Brad Waiwana with 5. Brandon Wag with 3. It is Ben Bates with 4 and Gabe Andreas with 4 for a total of 27. But what we saw in that first half was the Wolfpack playing some heavy-duty defense. They caused a whole bunch of turnovers and probably capitalized on at least 50% of those turnovers or more.
Well, that's the key. That's been the key. They've made some adjustments. They've shut down Ryan Lane. They have not allowed Jeff Keita to get open for his patented baseline jump shot. Sitka just kind of sputtering. They're out of sync, like we were saying earlier. They're not getting good movement away from the ball to get open for a shot. They're relying too much on their defense, and the shots they are taking are not dropping. So it's going to be interesting what was discussed at halftime and adjustments that the Wolves need to make. They're only down by 7. They were down by 4, but Waiawana hit that beautiful 3 right before the buzzer went off. So West Valley leads by 7. And West Valley just needs to keep playing consistent defense and shot. But still, they're shooting over 50% from the field in the first half, and that's remarkable in high school ball.
Well, let's hope that the Sitka Wolves will come out and pick it up a little bit. As you mentioned, Ryan Lane took 2 shots, made both of his. Jeff Keita got 1 layup and took 2 outside shots, made 1, missed the other. So hopefully Jeff can get over for a couple. We need to see a couple other guys for Sitka get into the scoring column. That would be Pat Grenna. He has got 2. It'd be nice to see him get a couple more. Along with Aaron Vincent, he has got 1 good goal and a free throw. So somebody else is going to have to pick up the offensive slack for the Sitka Wolves right now because Ryan Lane is being totally shut out.
Yeah, that's where they need to really step up. And I was commenting to you this afternoon that Sitka plays good. They support each other defensively, but offensively, what happens is Ryan Lane has an off night, or in West Valley's case, they're playing a superb job of defense on him. Somebody else has to step up and start popping from outside or inside to take over the scoring for Sitka. So they're trying to seek the person and get them in the game.
Well, Sitka's got some shooters that just need to step up and take the shot when they're open. And, instead of trying to be real fancy and run and gun like they'd like to when you're down by 7, even though it's, plenty of time left, a whole half of basketball, they need to be very selective on their shots, go in and get the right shot that's going to drop for them, and work the ball around to the open guy, maybe work the backdoor player or something. But get some open shots and not, turn the ball over. How many turnovers do they have that first half?
Well, Sitka had 16 turnovers.
How many did they have last night for the entire game?
A lot of them. They had 17 for the game last night.
So they're well ahead of their pace last night.
Exactly right. So they just they need to relax a little bit, being a little impatient early on, and made some turnovers where they couldn't hang on to the basketball and things like that. So it's just a matter of getting focused and relaxing a little bit. There's still plenty of time. They're only down by 7.
Yep.
And let's see if they can make those adjustments and come out in a positive frame of mind in the second half. West Valley, well, they're a lot better team. They're the team that I expected last night that, well, they needed a little bit of rest, and they got it. They're a good ball club. Well-coached team, well-disciplined, and they have some good speed out there. They're going inside, playing a great defensive game tonight. They shut down Sitka and did a good job, especially Ryan Lane. Let's see what happens in the second half. We're ready for it.
All right, sounds good to me. Hey, sports fans, we are on halftime with your score. West Valley Wolfpack from Fairbanks, 27. The hometown Sitka Wolves, 20. We'll be back with the start of the second half right after we take this 60-second timeout. All right, welcome back to Sitka High School Gymnasium on KIFW Sitka. John D. along with Boogie Bob Barger. We're getting ready to crank up the second half here. The Sitka Wolves will take possession of the basketball to get things underway here in this second half. Let's see if the Wolves can pick it up just a couple of notches and climb back in this ball game. Only down by 7, 27-20 your score. Would have been nice to be a mouse on the wall. And there's going to be a backcourt foul by Brian McCormick, or Nick McCormick. That'll be his 3rd personal.
Well, you don't need that early on. McCormick had a couple of big threes offensively and has played pretty good defense while he's in there, but he's going to be taken out as he just picked up his 3rd foul. So, I don't know.
That was a quick
smart
one
on those fouls.
So Wag will check back in for West Valley. And the Wolves now will try to get the ball on the play. E-Rag going to call for a double dribble.
That's what Sitka doesn't need, is a turnover.
Not the way they wanted to start.
Clearly a double dribble. He stopped his dribble and then put it on the floor again.
So Waiawana now brings the ball on the play for West Valley. Trying to work the ball around, top of the key, stops, dumps it outside to Andreas. Andreas takes it up and over. And foul going to be called on Aaron Bisson. He didn't quite have his feet set. So Aaron took the charge and was called for the foul. So Andreas will be going to the free throw line. Campus got 4 points in the ball game. 7:38 left to play, 3rd quarter. Free throw up and good. So first points of the second half go to the West Valley Wolfpack, 28-20.
He gets way back to the top of that key, then takes a big steps up to the line and fires. Missed this one.
Rebound pulled down by Waiwana. Cross court Wag from the free throw line. It's good. Brandon Wag with 5 points in the ball game, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's 30-20. As Bisson now up the floor over the lane. Lane with Dunn on top of him, over to Bisson. Inside the lane, Ryan loses the dribble, stolen away by Andreas. Stolen right back by Hirai. Hirai looking for help, gets it over to Bisson. Bisson trying to set it up right side, gets around. The pick set by Waiwana, shot won't drop. And Lane tried to tip it in, stolen away by Hirai. Hirai couldn't catch up with it, referee right in front of him. Billy ought to consider himself extremely lucky. He did not get knocked into the stands,
Really?
actually.
Not much sideline room.
There's a huge microphone stand right there. Waiwana dumps it outside to Witt. Witt goes around to pick inside to Andreas. He's all alone. Now we'll have a reach and in foul.
Krenna was out of position defensively. Andreas had the inside move on him, so Pat had no choice but to reach out and make the contact to stop what could have been an easy two for Andreas in West Valley. And there's a big shot from the left side that's good.
Wag with long two-pointer.
Wow.
32-20, 12-point spread. Bisson to Krenna. Krenna out to Hirai. Wolf's got to get something shaken here real soon. They've got to have a bucket this trip down the floor. Aaron Bisson to Lane. To Hirai, to Bisson. Over to Hirai, top of the key, Krenna. Long shot by Krenna, way out of his range. Out to Waiwana, to 2-on-2-on-1 break, up ahead to Witt. There's another two. And Sitka needs a timeout if you ask me. 34-20. Sitka is yet to score a bucket here. That's a steal by Dunn. Dunn goes around Hirai, passes it inside to Witt. Witt goes up with a shot, won't fall, but is fouled.
Well, West Valley looks like what Sitka did last night. And Sitka really struggling. I mean, their passes are off the mark. They're just not focused on this game. And not what John Bisson wanted them to come out to do in the second half of the ball game, where they were down by 7 at halftime. Now they're down by 14.
Yep, and a whole new line just came in for the Wolves. Jones, Benton, Vieira, Kita, and McGraw. Timeout on the floor called by the Sitka Wolves. It is West Valley 34, Sitka 20, back in 1 minute. All right, back here at courtside at the free throw line will be Jesse Witt. Jesse with 4 points in the ball game. And Sitka's got themselves into a little bit of a hole here, Bob.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen. They've got to change this, stop this bad streak in a hurry and do an about face and start putting it together. They're making West Valley look pretty good. West Valley's having a good night, but they're making them look even better.
Oh, yeah. And the Wolves get ready to get on an airplane, head on down to Ketchikan to take on the Kings, and they need a little bit of a momentum builder here. This sure isn't building it.
They don't want to sputter.
First shot was missed by Witt. Second one's up. Nothing but net. So he gets 1 out of 2. 35-20. This time last night it was just about 45-33. The Wolves have definitely sputtered on the offense. McGraw with the basketball. Out to Jones. Jones, Vieira. Trying to work it into the big guy. Can't do it. Jeff Kita takes it to the hoop. Swatted out there by Dunn. And we'll see who the foul is called on. That was a nice block by Dunn. And he also got the foul out of it, though.
Oh, boy, I don't know about that.
No, that was a clean shot.
Jumped nicely as Kita drove in on the left baseline. And Dunn, I think, has a right to question that call.
He might have made contact after they came down, but, man, it was a beautiful check.
Yeah, it was.
Jeff Kita sinks a free throw. That's his 5th point. 35-21, 5:33 left to go, third quarter. Second shot rolls in and out, no good. Andreas rebound. Outlet pass, Waiwana. And the Wolfpack back on the offense. Dumps it off to Witt. Witt to Wag. Back at the Witt, inside Andreas. Andreas, little spin move on Benton, and it goes.
The big guys on the mark tonight, and West Valley is red hot. 4 out of 6 from the field this quarter.
Well, what we talked about for the Wolves, they're sure not doing. They're not picking their shots and being selective. They're just taking whatever they can get. Over to Vieira. Mike Vieira stops, looks for help, gets it out to Jones. To McGraw. McGraw guarded by Waiwana, dumps it out off top to Vieira. Now the Wolves will set it right back up again. Inside to Benton. Benton, spin move, no good. Shot was short. Big guy get off those feet. Shot went up and hit the side of the rim and back out again. To Jones. Jones gets it to go down. Scott Jones with his first points of the night.
That's the first made field goal this half for Sitka.
Waiwana takes it inside, uncontested. They just let him take a step back. He says, okay, I'll pop. He's got 7. 39-23. As Sitka with a 7-point victory last night. They're going to have to pick it up. They want a 7-point victory tonight. Kita dumps it out McGraw. McGraw, 10-foot shot, good. Chris McGraw from the outside. 39-25. That foul going to be called on Vieira. Boy, they're calling this thing so tight. 3:59 to go, 39-25. As Herod comes in along with Ben Bates for West Valley. Dunn comes out and Waiwana. So Witt will inbound the ball for the Wolfpack, as he does. Across that timeline. Another foul on Vieira. I tell you what, they call it any tighter than this, we'll be here forever.
Just a little bit of contact is being called.
I wasn't sure who made more contact, whether it was Witt or Vieira.
And I'll tell you something, this could get West Valley in the bonus.
Real quick.
Something Sitka doesn't want to see them get some free throws.
Mike Bardsley comes into the ball game. Andreas up and over Benton and Bardsley. Rebound pulled down by McGraw, stolen back away by Andreas, goes up with a shot, no good. Bardsley out of there with it. And he's fouled by Wag. Well, yeah, give these guys a little breathing room. That'll be the 3rd team foul on West Valley. And Dakota Wolves will inbound the ball right here in front of Bob and I. Another final discussion. No brokers coming in for Andreas, so he will come out. The big guy get a rest. Nobody in serious foul trouble. Dunn with 3, McCormick with 3 for the Wolves. Mike Vieira with 3. Jones in the front court. Comes to right side, Barsley. To McGraw. To Kita. Jeff Kita for 3. In and out and no good. Barsley had to rebound for a minute. Red basketball. 3:25 to go, 3rd quarter. That's Pletnikov in the ball game here for West Valley. Double team right here in front of us. As Bardsley makes the steal, Mike Bardsley goes up with a shot. Good. I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a foul on that one, Bob.
I think there was more contact on that than pass plays.
Behind the back dribble by Pletnikov, almost thrown away, picked up. Pletnikov inside, broken up by Benton. As Brian Benton makes a steal, the big guy steps up.
Let's see if Sitka can make a run of points here.
Over to McGraw, to Bardsley, to Kita. Jeff Kita takes it in, left-hand shot. One-hand shot, Jeff Kita picking up a little slack here. And it's 39-29.
Well, if they can hold West Valley and Sitka can get a bucket, they'll be right back into it.
And now we finally get a foul.
Well, I was getting very close. No timeout.
Oh, I see. Timeout. All right, we'll do the same. It's West Valley 39, Sitka 29. Back in 1 minute. Wolfpack back here at courtside after that timeout. West Valley inbounds the ball and turns it right over on a carry. So Pletnikov comes out and Witt back in. And Waiwana comes in and Harrod out. So I think this change in the starting five has really got Sitka really out of sync still from the get-go of this ball game. They've just not been there.
Sitka bucket is going to help them out right now, getting late in the third quarter.
Jeff Keita with a left hand, no good, gets his own rebound up and in. Jeff Keita picking up some slack here for the Wolves. It's 39-31 as the Wolves have put some pressure on here in this third quarter. They've got to keep it up though. Waiwana open for three, it's off the mark. Rebound control by Keita. And foul going to be on West Valley. I think it's on Broker. And that's who it's on. That'll be his second personal. So the Wolves down by 8, 39-31. 1:56 left to go in this quarter. And Jones takes the inbounds pass, stops. Now he brings it up. Carl Jordan in the ball game for the Wolves now. Over to Keita. Keita trying to get into Benton. They get into the big guy. Benton spins, shot up, no good, way wide. And the rebound picked out there by Waiwana. He'll stop, let the rest of the team catch up with him. This one's broken up by Barsley, but picked up by Broker. Shot up, no good. Benton with a rebound. Benton has it tipped away by Broker. It ends up in the hands of Jones, though. And Jones quickly up the floor for Sitka, over to Barsley. Barsley goes around, shot up, no good. Keita puts up the rebound, that's no good. And Bates rips it out of there for West Valley.
Sitka should have got some points out of that.
Boy, that was sad. Keita going for the steal, couldn't quite grab it. Waiwana inside to Bates, back outside to Wag. Two-pointer, shot good. Brandon Wag, he's got 9 points in the ball game. 41-31, back to a 10-point spread with under a minute to go here, third quarter. So the Wolves have made a little progress, but not a whole lot.
Well, Sitka wants to be within 10 at the end of the third quarter, so they need a bucket.
And they get one. Benton with 2. That's his 6 point. 41-33 with 40 seconds on the clock. Waiwana up ahead to Bates. Bates now brings it back out. Tries to take it in. Bumps on Keita. Keita will be called for the foul. Jeff goes, you got to be kidding me.
Another close foul. Just a little bit of contact there as Bates spun around, backed in on Keita. Contact was going to be made, but the officials have decided to call any contact here in the second half.
We mean any. I've had closer shaves with my razor. 41-33 with 34 seconds. Witt trying to inbound the ball, and West Valley's got to call a timeout. So we will.
Not a good way to burn a time.
No, man, pretty sad, actually. We'll just go ahead and hang out right here with 34 seconds on the clock, because by the time we get back after the timeout, it'll be the end of the quarter. But the Sitka Wolves, they've come back. They were down 27-20 at halftime, 41-33. Not much of a difference, but they have actually come out and made a few field goals here.
Well, they want to stop West Valley. They don't want them to make any shots. Sitka wants to get possession of the basketball. They would love to go down and score some kind of points, whether it be a 2-3 or a free throw or two, and be within 10, within striking distance of West Valley, because they're starting to pick up their momentum a little bit. You could just see it. And Jeff Keita, and since Bardsley has been in there, they've contributed, stepped it up. They're playing some good defense, some good defensive pressure in the backcourt. So Sitka's close. They're trying to get back into it.
Jeff Keita with 9 points in the ball game. He's got 5 in this quarter. So with 34 seconds on the clock, West Valley will inbound the ball. Bisley gets pushed down. There was no whistle there. Outside, Waiwana dumps it outside to Witt. Witt bounces off somebody. Bates loses the dribble, picks it back up. Has Barsley. Barsley going to be called for the foul. Mike going, come on, jump ball, man. And Mike didn't get the call.
Well, the thing is, you can't tie the guy up with one hand. You got to reach in there. And that was the case. Barnsley was hoping, well, I got one hand on the basketball. Maybe it'll be a held ball. Not the case.
No, didn't hold it long enough. So at the free throw line will be Ben Bates. He's got 4 points in the ball game. 7th team foul on the Wolves. Free throws up and short. Waiwana with the rebound. Puts that back up. That won't fall. Foul on Chris McGraw on the rebound. Chris said he had pushed Broker, so that's how the foul occurred. So Broker will be at the free throw line. 21 seconds left on the clock. 41-33. Free throw up and no good. Tipped off West Valley, so it'll be Sitka ball with 20 seconds on the clock. As Nick McCormick back in the ball game for the Wolves, and Bisson back in for our Wolves. 15 seconds on the clock. Partially directing traffic. 10 seconds to McGraw. McGraw, Jordan. That was pretty stupid. Jordan tried to bounce it off somebody, and that wasn't happening. 2 seconds on the clock. Waiwana took a long shot. And that is the end of the third quarter with a score of West Valley 41 and Sitka 33. Back for the final. Back to live action. This time last night we were at 45-33 Sitka. Now it's 41-33 West Valley. Broker goes inside. Shot is way short. Nice save by McGraw. Diving out of bounds backwards. Ball up ahead to Heride. See if Jarrett can keep up with it. No, the Wolves turn it over. As Heride had to catch up with that long down court pass. And let's see if the Wolves can pick it up on the defense here on this end.
I'm kind of embarrassed to say, after a good performance last night, that was a 22nd turnover in the ball game tonight for Sitka.
Oh, man. That's more than some teams have in 3 games. Waiwana off the bank, no good. Rebound, Lane. Lane, as Waiwana comes in and grabs him on the arm, so that'll be his second personal foul. Team foul number 5 on West Valley. 7:29 to go. Still lots of time here. The Wolves got to get something shaken here, though. They definitely need some baskets.
Well, they need to pull out all stops.
Ryan Lane quickly baits right on top of Ryan. Over to Bisson. To Heride. To Lane. Lane with baits all over him. Almost stolen away. Picked up by Heride. Nice heads up ball by Jared Heride. Pat Krenna goes in for a shot. No whistle. And now we got players all over the floor. Now we're going to have a travel called. It'll be Sitka ball.
Well, you know, it's one thing to get beat by your opponent, but when you're assisted by beating yourself,
yeah,
it's pretty. Sitka just needs to just relax a little bit.
Right away, Lane double teamed on an inbound pass. Aaron Bisson takes it to the hoop. Oh, it's called for the charge. And Bisson can't believe it either. Coach John Bisson up off the bench going, hey, come on, fellas.
Well, the defensive player was not entirely set out of position, so debatable call there, but it goes West Valley's way.
41-33, 6:45 to go. Heride tries to make the steal. Still going for the steal. Ball's picked up by McCormick. Now picked out of there by Dunn. Dunn takes it to the hoop and gets a little scoop shot up and in. That is his 7th point of the ball game. 43-33, back to a 10-point difference. As Sitka's really got to get something shaken right here.
West Valley hasn't let up a bit on defense. They're double teaming the guards, doing a good job of it.
Pat Krenna trying to take it inside. That's nothing happening there. As the Wolves just don't have anything going in their favor tonight, sports fans. As Dunn's pushing off Heride, gets around a pick, takes it back inside again. That shot won't fall. Funny, I thought they might have called a charge on that one. Foul on Heride, his 2nd personal. Team foul number 10, so it's double bonus time the rest of the ball game. So Witt will go to the line to shoot an automatic 2. McGraw comes out and Pat Krenna comes out. Jeff Keita in and big Brian Benton. And Jesse Witt, 1 out of 2 at the stripe tonight. Be shooting 2. Shot up, nothing but net. 44-33. 6:02 to play in the ball game. Sitka had it down to 8 at the end of that 3rd quarter. Second shot is also good. As Witt will come out, Pletnikoff back in for West Valley. So Sitka down by 12. This game far from over, but they got to get something shaken here real soon.
Well, they need a bucket this time down court.
Ryan Lane, triple team, goes up with a 10-foot shot. Good. Ryan's 8th point. 45-35. As Bob and I mentioned earlier, one guy can't do it all for Sitka. He did it all last night with 30 points.
Traveling call, good defensive pressure.
Aaron Bisson and Jeff Kita, as McCormick had nowhere to go.
19th turnover on West Valley, a foul, or not actually a foul, but a turnover-filled game.
Boy, I guess.
And Sitka needs to capitalize on that West Valley turnover.
45-35. Lane with the basketball inside to Benton. The big guy goes up. Won't fall down. He put it in. It rolled around the cylinder and back out, but does get the foul. Oh, that would have been a nice bucket.
Well, next year, he should be slam dunking that down.
He better be.
Turn, power it up, and in.
Brian is such a tall young man. I'll tell you what. Another year, he'll be jamming them. Going to put some springs in his tennis shoes if he's not. Andreas comes in along with Herod. As Waiwana and Broker come out West Valley. So Brian Benton at the line. Sitka with one field goal here in this quarter. Free throw no good by Benton. Not the right time to be missing free throws. Second one's up. It's also no good. Lane tried to tip it up. Benton going for the steal. Will be called for the foul instead. Well, Benton picks up his first. And we'll take the long walk down the floor and shoot two. 5:27 to play in the ball game. That'll put McCormick at the line. Nick with 6 points in the ball game, all on 2 shots. Buried 2 threes in that first half. And Jones will come in for Bisson.
Well, you know there's something definitely wrong offensively when a team can score 89 points in a game, and then with 5:27 to go in the fourth quarter, they only have 35 points.
Something's missing.
No. Sputtering of offense.
And McCormick with his 7th point.
Well, it's a good thing it happens in a non-league game.
Yep.
Sitka will have to evaluate the game situation tonight and get ready in a hurry for some important games down in Ketchikan tomorrow and Saturday.
47-35, West Valley. Stolen away by McCormick. Jones got his pocket pick. McCormick made it paid for it. 10 points for McCormick, and it's 49-35. This one just about out of control, and a carry called on Hirai. Turnover number 73?
26.
Close. So Dunn back in the ball game for West Valley. Takes the inbounds pass, dumps to that side to Pletnikoff. Pletnikoff over to McCormick. McCormick bounce pass to the left side to Herod. He goes up 15-footer, in and out and no good. Does draw the foul though. Foul on 24, Jeff Kita, his 3rd. 4:58 to play, 49-35. The closer we get to crunch time, the farther away the West Valley Wolfpack gets. Free throws good by Josh Herod. He's got 3 points in the ball game. 50-35. Second shot is also good. 51-35. Under 5 minutes to play. Jones quickly up the floor, stops his dribble, and has to get across that timeline. Over to Hirai. To Jeff Kita. Jeff lines up for a 3. It was on the line, just wouldn't fall. Rebound ran down by Jones, out to Hirai. Hirai to Lane. Ryan Lane going around Dunn. Nothing shaking there. Gets it off to Jones. From the free throw line, shot off the mark. Rebound McCormick. Outlet pass, Hirai breaks it up. Heads up play by Jared Hirai. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it over to Lane. Ryan Lane for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound Jones. So the Wolves keep possession of the basketball. Hirai takes it outside to Kita. Kita trying to get it into Benton. Benton has his slap by McCormick. And McCormick thought he had all ball. Well, when you make that sweeping motion with a hand, they're going to get probably called for the foul 9 out of 10 times.
Not the shooting percentage Sitka wants in this fourth quarter, where they're trying to have everything go through the hoop. It's not. They're just 1 out of 6 from the field. 0 for 2 from the line this quarter.
And Benton back at the line, shooting 1 and 1. McCormick comes out with his 4th personal. West Valley with a very comfortable 16-point lead. Wolves were as close as 8. Benton makes his free throw. Big guy was running down the floor. He forgot he was shooting 1 and 1. Thought he made a 3-point play there. Second shot doesn't go. Rebound done. Andrea's back in also for West Valley. Letnikoff, double team. Gives it over to Herod. Herod trying to work it into Dunn. Nothing happening there. Bounces it off to Wag. And Wag tried to get it to Herod. Herod wasn't quite ready for the pass. Went off his hands and out of bounds. So both teams with a whole bunch of turnovers. And now Sitka back on the offense. Down by 15. Jeff Kita trying to do a little alley-oop. That's not going to happen. You can't throw it over a guy who's 6'3" just because the other guy's 6'9". Or check that, 6'6". Oh, nice pass to Dunn. Dunn off the glass. That's 2. Got the defensive player in the air, went up with a right hand, kept the ball away from the defensive player, and got 2.
And that's going to make it extremely tough for Sitka. Puts West Valley up by 17 now.
Jeff Kita reverse layup. That won't fall. They say he traveled. 53-36. As Wag takes the inbounds pass, gives it out to Pletnikoff. Wasn't that a carry? Wag over to Dunn. Andreas has it punched away, picked up by McGraw. As play gets extremely aggressive and sloppy here in the final minutes of this fourth quarter. 3:05 on the clock. Bisson foul by Pletnikoff, his second. And so Bisson will go to the free throw line. Aaron with a total of 3 points in the ball game. He is 1 out of 3 from the line. 3 minutes left to go. 53-36. West Valley clearly in the lead. And they have been in the lead ever since the get-go of this ball game. Sitka not quite the same team they were last night.
West Valley made some nice adjustments early in the contest on defense. They shut down Ryan Lane. And Sitka not playing the best of their game, beating themselves on the turnovers.
Done. Nice bounce pass to Andreas for 2. Beautiful feet underneath. 55-38, 2:45 to go. Long down court pass to Jones. Jones has to bring it back out to Lane. Ryan Lane double team, has nowhere to go with the basketball. Finally going to get a foul in here. Going to be on Pletnikoff, looks like.
Very aggressive on the double team. Aaron and Pletnikoff both putting tremendous pressure on Ryan Lane, and Pletnikoff called for the bump.
Ryan will be at the free throw line with only 8 points in the ballgame tonight. They have definitely successfully shut him right out. He had 30 last night, 34 the first game that he played up in Anchorage. Free throws up and in. (55-39), 2:31 to go in the ballgame. Second shot's up, in and out, no good. Jones with the rebound. Jones gets fouled by no jump ball, they say. That'll go in favor of Sitka. Ryan Lane with a rare miss from the free throw line. Ryan, that shot's a bit short, and Benton's going to be called for the foul this time. As he gets up and over, Andreas readjusts his headgear a little bit for him. So we'll take the lengthy walk down the floor and shoot some free throws.
1 out of 7 from the field this quarter for Sitka.
Not too hot.
And West Valley, on the other hand, 4 out of 7. hot shooting continues.
And 6 out of 6 from the line.
Right, exactly.
Oh, Andreas just blows that percentage. That was a definite air ball. Hit the bottom net the hard way from the outside. Second shot's up. That one's good. 56-39. 2:19 left to go in the ball game. Ryan Lane with the basketball. Goes around a couple of picks inside to Benton. Benton spinning the lane. Shut up. No good. Rebound Andreas. Andreas. He gets a little bit upset when he gets a rebound and can't get out of traffic.
Well, especially when a guy's all over him, big time fouls called. And with this bonus both ways, double bonus, it's going to be a long 2:08.
Indeed. No, I don't think so. Might have been his mom. I don't know. Somebody screamed.
I think it was the Sitka coach.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have been Dan Edley too. I'm not sure.
This is the nightmare.
Andreas back at the line. Big guy, 2 out of 4 from the stripe. And now he's 3 out of 5. 57-39. As Bob mentioned, this is going to be an extremely long 2 minutes. We could be here another half an hour. Okay. 58-39. As Wolves now trying to inbound the ball. This up the floor, over the lane. Lane guarded by Dunn. Dunn's done a fantastic job on Ryan Lane tonight. McGraw out to Lane for 3. Yes. You know he's going to bust for 1 or 2 here. 58-42. As Herod with the basketball gets it off to Paletnikov. Paletnikov takes it inside. Bounce pass. As Broker can't come over. McGraw steals. Bounces it off Broker. That should be Sitka basketball, and it is.
Good hustle by Chris McGraw.
Excellent hustle. As he had Broker falling over him as he threw the ball off his body. So Jones now brings it quickly up the floor for the Wolves and stolen away. Nice hands by Wag. Dunn's going to take it to the hoop. And he gets 2. You'll count it. He's going to the line. Foul beyond Scott Jones.
Well, I told you in the pregame that the best kept secret, I think, of this West Valley team is Toa Dunn. And he's done an excellent job defending Ryan Lane. And he has some pretty moves on offense. So he's a good ball player.
So did they count that hoop or not?
I believe they did.
Well, they just haven't put it on the board yet then. Rebound by Lane off the missed free throw. Oh, now they did. Okay. Jones out to Bisson. Bisson to Lane. Lane up for 3. Yes. That guy is unconscious. He's got to be one of the best natural shooters I've ever seen in my life. 60-45. We've been just treating some real basketball players over the years, but I tell you what, Ryan Lane is just a natural shooter. 59 seconds to go. 60-45. Jones, or excuse me, McGraw almost had it stripped away off the lane. Ryan Lane trying to do a little head fake on Dunn. To Bisson, to McGraw, into the big guy Benton. Benton spins in the lane, shot for 2. Benton with 9 points. It's 60-47. 35 seconds to go in the ball game. As West Valley will come out the winner here on this rubber match. Into Dunn. Dunn couldn't find it. Valley does. Gets it back out to Paletnikov, top of the key. Comes it out Broker. Broker was going the other way. Couldn't quite stick those long arms out there and catch up with that one. 60-47. There's a whole bunch of new guards come in for the Wolves. It's McGraw out, Jones out, and Bisson out. Jordan in along with Barsley and Vieira. Let's see who else is coming in here for Sitka.
Scott, let's see, Mike Gould.
Mike Gould, okay. He was 15 last time. We'll give him 13 this time. He'll come in for Ryan Lane. 20 seconds on the clock. Vieira over to Jordan. Jordan trying to get into the big guy. Vieira almost loses it in the backcourt, has to run down. 10 seconds on the clock. Benton just does a little push in action, no whistle. More contact there made in the last 3 seconds in the third quarter. But the game is over, and the final score is West Valley 60, Sitka Wolves 47. We'll wrap this up in 2 minutes. Quickly, so Bob and I can get a breather in and get the girls' game going for you. What do you got there, big guy?
Well, West Valley red hot from the field all 4 quarters. They put up 44 attempts, which was fewer last night, but they made more out of it. 22 of 44 for 50%. From the free throw line, they were 13 out of 21 for 62%. Shooting for Sitka, 18 out of 50 for 36%. And from the line, 7 of 18 for 39%. Rebounding, West Valley out-rebounded Sitka again by 1 rebound tonight, 19 to 18. Turnovers really hurt Sitka. 29 turnovers tonight compared with just 17 last night. And West Valley, with the red-hot shooting, it's a good thing they were red-hot, John, because they had 24 turnovers. So not a pretty game from a spectator's point of view, but West Valley will take the W and take the rubber game of the match.
53 turnovers, forward to that cow. Well, scoring-wise for the Sitka Wolves, Jared Heroy with 1 point, Mike Bardsey with 2, Chris McGraw with 2, Jeff Keita with 9, Ryan Lane did get into double figures with 15, half of what he scored last night. Credit the defense of the West Valley Wolfpack shutting him down. It was Aaron Bisson with 5, Scott Jones with 2, Pat Crenna with 2, and Brian Benton with 9 for a total of 47. For West Valley, Josh Herron with 4, Jesse Wood with 9, Toa Dunn with 5, Nick McCormick with 10 points tonight, Brad Waiwana with 7, Brandon Wag with 9, Ben Bates with 4, and Gabe Andreas with 12 points for a total of 60. So a well-played ball game on the part of the West Valley Wolfpack. They came in here, made some adjustments from last night, got a little rest, and turned up the defense and put the ball in the hoop. 50%. That's awesome shooting from the field to shoot 50%. That's not bad at all. I think any coach in high school basketball will take 50% anytime.
Well, good smart coaching by Mr. McCormick, and Toa Dunn had Ryan Lane well in hand here. Lane late in the game got out of the shot and scored, but where it really counted, earlier in the ball game, they kept Ryan Lane in check. Just an overall great defensive effort by the West Valley Wolfpack that led to the win tonight.
Right you are, Biggie Bob. I tell you what, Terry, we're going to turn it back to you. We've got about 19 minutes and 50 seconds for the tip-off of the next game. So I tell you what, we'll take it back here at courtside in about, I would say at least 15 minutes from now, Terry. We'll do that right about now, okay?